So we're seeing now what they mentioned in his previous Discord about the time and how to make it faster for people who want to do it faster. So we're seeing the 24 minutes and applying it, okay? This is very interesting. So you're seeing in the background how fast things are moving as if you were sleeping. And now it's pretty much a brand new day. So you're seeing that feature there. Okay, so that's something really cool. Okay, we're also seeing the car feature more, which is really big. And we're also getting the car sound. So that's more realistic. You see the map. It seems like you'll be able to pinpoint where you want to go, or at least have this fast travel option that just appeared up on top of the screen. That's a brand new feature we did not know about yet. That's a big deal. So basically you'd have one loading screen to get you to a new one, and it's fast. So that's cool. And look at everything. Wow, the driving looks pretty smooth. That's really impressive. You get out, and you can, okay, car disappeared, you can start walking. And when you're ready to go, the car comes back. Okay. You can see, they still need to work out some kinks there with the driving, but a lot of promise for sure. I think overall though, for a game that was not planned to have cars, it's pretty sweet. Now, this is pretty cool. This building mode, because the head dev was talking about this before. If they put this in, remember, if they put this in the game, which I think they will definitely now, there might be a disclaimer mentioning that it may affect performance. But this is really cool. And here we have more of the creation and the collaboration with Canvas. Okay, really cool. As you're seeing the things you can do and type in and change, and you can upload it. And now there you have it. And I think this should be one of the ways that Inzoi will stay within our souls and in our minds for a long time, is this interactive features like these. We have more options here, like free will and things you see, save game, other things you see there. We have more character creation. You can name her different names yourself, in development. This here's interesting. It's going to give you control of city, how many people you have in the city at once. Do you want to be more dense? Do you want to be full of life? How do you want it? You'll have total control over the city. The max population one of the lowest, you won't have that many people. So you're seeing how you're really going to get an insane level of detail here. And maybe for exploring, and you can have a lot of vehicles or not a lot at all. So maybe if you want to do more of an exploring, you take away the people. Maybe if you want to add them, whatever. It's just, they give you options. Wow, I had no idea about that. That's pretty sweet. And then you can turn down the vehicle count. Yeah, this is pretty amazing. Wow. This here, and you can also do the city safety, economy, random occurrency, all that. Wow. This really changes the game as far as when you think about what we're going to see with the gameplay. And now I'm going to run it back and just break down more things in detail, so we can really get an understanding of what we're seeing here. So here's the feature that I was mentioning in the previous video when that was talking about in the update video when I mentioned that this was going to be coming about the time situation when the head dev and some of the devs in general just read about how people were concerned about the speed of the game being too slow and when they didn't have anything to do when the dev was going to sleep or something like that. So that's why they added this 24 minutes, 48 minutes, 96 minutes, and as well as 4 hours and 24 hours. I think the default is going to be 96, as they said in their Discord post. But the ideal one, I think, to play is the 24-hour one. Really see a full day life simulation. But this feature is huge because it's going to be new, definitely new. This will definitely be part of the early access release on day one in March, late March the 28th. So for sure, this here is kind of like is a really important deal here for sure. And it just shows how important it is, for this and for this feature that they've already pretty much put it in the game. You can see it, what it looks like, what it feels like, and yeah, just really looking forward to getting our next batch and really getting our hands on this game. As you see, they're really gearing up the game. They still have basically 3 months to go, so you see they're really dialed in and getting pretty focused. And here we have the new feature with the cars. And this was something that I'm curious that what they were going to do and everything as we saw them talk about more what they possibly do with cars. And here you see the feature. So since you might be far from certain places on the map, there will be a feature here where you can literally travel by car. And when traveling by car, there will be a way to basically skip forward on to a bit further so you're not maybe traveling for too long. I think the dev team heard the concerns of the timing and the pace of the game, and they wanted to make sure that they addressed those things, and while still keeping everything ideally how they had it in their own idea foundation. If you remember, cars was not even going to be in the game, but they, after hearing the feedback from the whole Inzoi base of fans, all of us, they decided to put cars into the game. There is some things, as we saw in the gameplay, the turning and things need to be a bit sharper and fine-tuned, but overall I think it's a really great, promising start. And this feature here was really new and big. I think it was very important to point out because, again, you know, the dev team is trying to balance fun while also making sure things are very enjoyable, while also making sure they remain true to the foundation that they were creating in the base they were creating from the beginning, while trying to incorporate all of our ideas while making sure the performance stays tip top. So I think this feature here is going to be another way that they do that, and I'm really looking forward to getting into the game and seeing how this plays hands-on at first, because it definitely seems like it's going to be special, and I'm really looking forward to it and seeing how it really plays out. And I think this feature to skip ahead a bit when you're driving is a great idea for sure. Now this here is definitely something that they were just talking about, and this is build mode. They were curious about if they did this because the attention for this was called so much, but they were concerned about the performance because it definitely did have performance issues when they tried to make it unlimited, but I think they definitely will have this be in the game either in early access or it will be put in over time. Either way, I do think they will put something in the corner somewhere mentioning that there will be a performance issue as they've been running into that, as they've been trying to put this feature into the game. So again, I think it's very important to understand that this feature will probably come in early access, but it may come later because as it does serve probably as one of the most complicated issues that the dev team is going to run into as they finish up the game to get it into at least a good enough version for early access, which will be at the end of March next year. So that's why it's really important this mode that they're even showing it at all is a great promise, because that means it's really already in the game. It can be done. We've seen gameplay of it. So there's a great promise to it that I think needs to be mentioned. I do think there is a whole lot of positives to that. And I'm really looking forward to see how it is in its final form, or at least in its early access form, if it will be available in early access, or it will be available later on, due to it is probably again one of the more complicated features that'll be put into the game. But my God, I mean, it looks so good. Everything looks really, really clean. Everything looks really smooth. It's like a GTA almost in a sense, but clearly the crime will be much lower. But I think, as you'll see in my next clip of a detail, you'll have control over that as well in a way that we haven't seen before. But just wanted to kind of focus on the build mode and kind of what it's looking like and what it's going to feel like and what it is. So yeah, this is a really important feature that I think is going to be a big one, and probably going to be one of the biggest appeals, because you can build, sky rises, and you can really get creative with this, as we've seen people get once they get their hands on these build modes. And I can't wait to see all of it. Really can't. It's gonna be great. This feature here, I think, is really, really important and really interesting in how you really have complete control of the whole city. So you will have control city status. And basically what this is really is more of complete control. You see the health rate of the city. You will even control the population, how many people there are, the vehicle count, how many vehicles. You'll constantly be having reports, as you can see there in the city report. So again, these are all new things we have not seen yet or even heard about. And what's really cool about all the different features is that you're getting a complete control. You're getting a game that you know you're going to have total control with, all the way down to how many population of people are in the game. These are things you would only get in games like GTA with mods, but this game is coming with it already. It will even have a crime rate level as well, which I will show a quick photo of as well. And yeah, so you're just seeing how many different things you're going to have to do in the game, and you're seeing the amount of control you're going to have in this game. And when you mix that with the amazing feel and look of this game, we are getting a game that is going to totally redefine a genre, and that will change gaming as we know it, because any game in this genre going forward will have to be somewhat like this, because it's going to be the norm. Even the Sims will have to improve some. They'll have a base always, but man, anyone new coming in, and even people of the Sims are going to be into this game with the level of detail and everything that they're going to give you. And now they even give you how much you control the population, how many people are basically on the street walking, the vehicles, all that. This game is amazing. I am completely speechless. And yeah, this here is a full breakdown of the brand new gameplay that just got released. So please like and subscribe for more, and I appreciate your viewership. Thank you so much.